just a nasty weather day today. And we've seen more rain in the last 24 hours than we have about times 2 or 3 times the amount we saw the entire month of November. A very dry November and a very wet start to December. Right now, airport reporting rain is obvious by our Sky 9 camera shot, but 50 degrees currently. Haven't really gotten out of the low 50s this afternoon, so the clouds and the rain have kept held temperatures in check. We'll have a wind out of the north-northwest at 3 miles per hour. Now you'll notice we've got about 8 lightning strikes within the last 15 minutes within this cluster of rain. Most of those lightning strikes confined down here towards the coastal parishes, so a rumble or two of thunder not out of the question. But in terms of heavy rainfall, not really much is around, and not expecting any severe weather to be the case with these passing showers and thunderstorms. So here is First Alert Radar Network. Over the last hour, you can see heavier rainfall pockets kind of closer to the coast, and then maybe 1 or 2 around Metro Baton Rouge. We can hear the rain falling here at the station. So definitely seeing some heavier rain in spots along the Highway 90 corridor right now between Thibodaux and Houma, and then one little cluster right here just to the southwest of Morgan City. But you can see how the coastal parishes, you got more rain headed your way, even if it's not raining on you just yet. You can see Baton Rouge proper dealing with some moderate rain to at times maybe heavy, but notice we've got some clearing off towards the west. That's eventually going to be moving over top of us as we get into the evening hours tonight. Around southwestern Mississippi, scattered overall coverage of rain, but certainly passing through fairly quickly. So that's limiting the additional amounts of rain that we've been seeing. We've had that very persistent heavy rainfall earlier in the day, which allowed for totals to be upwards of 2 to 3 inches for most of us over the last 24 hours. You'll notice the forecast showing those decreasing rain chances this evening, but more rain is back into our forecast for tomorrow. But once again, temperatures not expected to move much tomorrow, due in large part because of the cloud cover as well as these passing showers. Now we're expecting things to remain dry overnight all the way through the early morning start, and then scattered variety showers in the forecast for tomorrow. Not expecting thunderstorm action once again, so no severe weather threat. Right now, we've got the forecast high tomorrow at 51 degrees. The record high for the date is actually 84. The normal high for the date is 66. So we're going to be actually 15 degrees below where we ought to be for this time of year for a daytime high for tomorrow. So here's a look at futurecasts. Help you time out when the rains will be maybe breaking up for whatever plans you may have in the coming days. So we've got the rain persistent right now, but that starts to exit off towards the east, and you can see we're going to keep things dry through the evening and overnight and into the early morning start for tomorrow. We may start to see a few showers encroaching back into the area by mid to late morning hours, but you can see a lot of that rain is expected to be low intensity, so very light and maybe at times moderate rains. But you'll also note how it's of the off and on variety, and coverage itself is fairly scattered across our viewing area. So we're not expecting that widespread and persistent rain to be in place for the day tomorrow. That may change Friday night into Saturday morning, and yet even Saturday we could see some heavier rainfall down towards the coastal parishes. But by the time we get towards Saturday afternoon, looks like conditions will start to improve, and that may trend into Sunday too. Right now we'll keep a limited mention of a shower in the forecast as a cold front moves through, helping to usher in some drier air. So you take a look at the model forecast in terms of rain amounts from what we just showed you, and you can see where we've got a few spots where we've got heavier amounts, mainly south of the interstate corridor with some of our model guidance, but overall probably anticipating closer to maybe less than an inch through the next 3 days. So that would be fairly manageable. All the heavier rainfall that we saw earlier today doesn't look like it's going to be problematic for us in the coming days. So we see a little bit of a warm up going into the weekend. Sunday's high of 68, but another front moves in, and you can see that chill that's going to be in place for the start of the next work and school week, maybe even flirting with a light freeze for Tuesday morning. Temperatures may start to moderate once again as we head into the middle of next week.